how it works. Let me introduce myself. My name is Sheba Mel. I come from Hollis, Queens, and I love to sing. Some may question me or the style I bring. I'm just 100% premium grade A beef, cooked at 900 degrees. And I know with all love, what you see here is I being true to my music cause. Please don't look. I got the eyes and the lips and the nose, plus the soul and the testosterone to get me where I need to go. So niggas, I'm telling you, my name is Sheba Mel. I see behind closed doors. I'm just one Haitian girl who knows fake from real. My name is Sheba Mel. I see behind closed doors. I'm just one Haitian girl who knows fake from real. Now why be mad at me when you can feel my love? I have 8 spirits very strong, burning a hole deep in my heart. What I need from you is to cool me down. Don't you feel now as if I have done my half? There's a monkey pouncing on your back, niggas, shake it off. Woo! There's a monkey pouncing on your back, nigga, shake it off. There's a monkey pouncing on your back, nigga, shake it off. With no voodoo trick. Your soul can't keep a secret from me. I'd like to say good morning to everyone who is watching. It is almost witchy hour in my time, and I decided to do an impromptu video, a beautiful circle of love regarding sex taverns. Now, due to the fact that I'm a high priestess, I have a laudable, knowledgeable masters when it comes to sex taverns on both planes. Because you guys, when we're talking about sex taverns, we should be talking about 2 levels of connection, 2 levels of sexual intensity that could transpire within your life. And the 2 levels I'll be speaking about today are the physical sex taverns. I've been to a couple of those. And the mental sex taverns. I've been to even more of those. Now, a lot of people don't have knowledgeable intake on the mental sex taverns because everyone is so caught up on the wrong type of sex, that they're causing themselves a disadvantage in life, and really enjoying the pleasure principle, which is supposed to be opening portals. They're utilizing the sex as a low frequency, carnal bliss, quick nut portal door of just schisms and isms that come out through the physical body, and the physical body only. Now, what's a sex tavern? A sex tavern. A sex tavern is a place where multiple people come together and have sexual bliss. They engage with each other, the physical touching of whatever perspective you're on when it comes to the sexual magic part, and they're coming together within ecstasies to reach levels of pure bliss that, I guess you would say, that physical ambrosia of the gods. It's a physical because it's quick, it's easy, because the real ambrosia of the gods has no time limit. Okay, now when we're talking about sexual orgies, these sex physical taverns, we're talking about low frequency. Let me get on the vibes of my fellow metaphysicists, my fellow alchemists. When we're dealing with these physical sex or these physical taverns, whether it be an S&M place, you know, whether it be an S&M place or whether it be a dungeon, because there's a lot of places where people go to within dungeons, and mostly white men, but there's a lot of British too, and these dungeons where you can go and pay them to have a woman in black leather with them. And I'm not going to even go into the etymologies and the spiritual connection of why in this low frequency realm we deal with the mistresses and the dominators wearing masks and leather, and they're dominant and they're shut the fuck down, shut the fuck up, so I could fucking spank you. That physical S&M, you know, sex dungeon. You could actually go to places where you pay them and they will have your fantasy come true through the desires that you want or require. And we also have the open market sex taverns, the open market sex taverns. And these are the sex taverns where you don't have to pay nothing to get in. You can just go in and have a fuck orgy all you want. You know, and these places do exist within this low frequency. Now, when we're talking about low frequency, everyone, we're talking about low frequency vibrations running from the number of 0 to 150. That's that low frequency vibration, that's 0 to 150. And when you're dealing with these body gateways, when you're dealing with this physical sex taverns, you're also dealing with private establishments that where they care to and adhere to the what we call in this word fetishes of desire, which in all actualities are gateways to a flight. Now, where you go on this flight is really up to you, but if you're taking that physical realm, you won't be going too far with your sexuality. Okay, and when you're tapping into these open bliss, you're again dealing with some places where there's no restrictions, no condoms. You're just fucking and sucking whoever's in the establishment. And a lot of these places are secret, what I call secret societies. You know, you don't know about these particular parties unless you pop up or unless you know someone who goes to these particular parties. And again, it's some like a low vibrational initiation, which us high level utilize to tap into the etheric gateways to taste that sweet, sweet land of milk and honey goodness, which happens internally more so than with the bodies. But we're speaking about the physical sex taverns. Now, with the physical sex tavern, you guys, keep in mind that these locations in the low vibrational will leave you open for STDs. That's right. They'll leave you open for STDs, for those sexually transmitted diseases: gonorrhea, syphilis, herpes, simplex 24/5, bad disposition. They'll leave you open to a lot of sexual STDs, but they will also, now hear me now, people, this is the part that people tend to not acknowledge in their mind. They will also leave you open to spiritually transmitted diseases. And you don't want these spiritual transmitted diseases. Now, what people forget when they walk into a physical sex tavern is that they are open and receptive to spiritually transmuted diseases from the physical avatars that are in the physical space that's having the physical sex orgy. You know, I'm not gonna lie, you guys. I mean, I'm gonna put my business out there because I don't give a fuck. When I've visited sexual taverns within this low frequency realm, what I've noticed is that the number of spiritual entities that are in these locations triple and double what the physical count of the people within this sex tavern in this physical realm. So you guys, you must keep in mind that when you're going into places like these, you're not only dealing with a whole bunch of people that love sex, but you're also dealing with the energies that walk with these people on a daily. So usually when I go into these sexual taverns, I'm going into it as a high priestess. So I'm peeping all of the physical avatars getting they fuck on, but I'm also peeping the demonic energies that are connected with these people, and they all just fucking sucking, fighting with each other. So there are two energies that are permeating within these sex taverns, and actually within wherever you go. Really depend on each person, how many entities that person carries on a daily. So keep in mind that you are susceptible and open to getting fucked. Hear me now, to getting fucked by etheric energies when you go to these low vibrations, these low frequencies, locations of these etheric fuckfest that we have all around the world. And again, remember, the frequency of this physical connection with another person is between 0 to 150 megahertz type situation. Frequency levels. Now, there's a lot of things that could happen when you are in these sex taverns, physical sex taverns now, you guys. I'm talking about multiple orgasms. I'm talking about even fear, because I remember when I first walked into my first sex tavern, I was fucking petrified, you guys. When I walked into the place that we were invited to, thinking that it was something else, but it was completely, totally different. It was a sex tavern, and I was very young and green back then, and I was like, oh my God, they're having a sex orgy. But I was raised upon a religion. So because I was raised upon religion, I was raised upon that sexuality in any sense without your husband is something bad. And that's not true. Sex can really heal. Sex can really uplift. Sex can really aid in the climbing of Jacob's ladder to nirvana. Okay? But again, you have to be in the right perspective mind frame and come at it at a higher perspective. And I don't deal with low frequency fucking at all. I don't do low frequency fucking. And I stopped doing low frequency fucking a long fucking time ago. So know that you're going to be dealing with multiple orgasms and intense energies that escalate at a medium rate. You're also going to deal with seeing physically. You're going to see physically the ambrosias of the God, and how they physically manifest in the third dimensional realm of physical sex is You have some queens that have this squirting effect. That squirting effect. You know, we have the squirters, and the squirters are the forces that release quick and fast. You know what I'm saying? Quick and fast. And then you also have the gushers. We have the queens that deal with the gushing. And the gushing is the, you know, the gushing of the ambrosias, you know. And we also deal with the waterfalls. Now, the waterfalls is the physical look of the waterfall when it comes to the ambrosias of the gods is like water pee, and it just squirts. So the ambrosias of the gods within these physical sex taverns will manifest within how actual orgasm. Now, when it comes to the kings, they orgasm one way, hard, fast, and strong. But with the kings, you can smell the level of their orgasms by smelling their release, by tasting their release. If the release is salty, that's a problem, you guys. If the release is salty, if you are sucking your man's dick and that shit, I should say, we were talking about the ambrosias of the gods. If you are licking the cum off your nigga's tip like, and it tastes salty, I say turn left and keep moving and go find another fountain, bitch. Oh, go find another fountain. Go find another fountain. Someone didn't like that statement. Go find another fountain. Go find another fucking fountain. Because we have a lot of brothers who are salty like a motherfucker. They salty. Watch your body, you guys. Watch your body. Seriously, watch your body. So the men, they shoot hard and fast, but then you'll meet some men in the physical that can come and continue coming and coming. They come and then they right back at it again. They come and they right back at it again. These gods have tapped into their physical portals of the ambrosia, because when it comes to ambrosias of the gods, there is no limit. And that's the goal of life, and people don't get it. People are nutting for a quick nut within the physical sex taverns and not realizing there's more behind the wall. There's more behind the wall. And if you learn your alchemy magic right, that shit can run for days, my nigga. Days! Whew! That shit can run. Trust me, you guys, I'm a high priestess. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. That shit can run for days, okay? So know that with the physical sex taverns, there's gonna be a limit. There's gonna be a limit. There's gonna be a limit. And you don't really get as high with the connection of tapping into the ambrosias that high with that connection with another person when it's two people fucking. When it's two people fucking. Because that's the physical. It's two of y'all getting at it. Physical with your body, sucking, loving, fucking, and hugging. Okay? And, oh, there's one more manifestation of the ambrosias of the gods that a woman release. There's also this, what's the best way I can call it? This Milky Way Gumby release that some queens, I could do all three, but Milky Way Gumby release that the queen releases. And it's the wet, white, milky white, sticky. And then you could fucking roll that shit up into a ball and shit and play with it and shit. Some women release that Milky Way. And again, these are all levels of the ambrosia. And to tell you the truth, if you could hit all of them levels during a session, you tapping into the fucking tantra. Okay. You're tapping into the fucking tantra. You're tapping into the tantra because there are times when the Milky Way comes and you can roll it into a ball and literally just gather it and roll it into a ball. Now let's get into the mental sex taverns. Okay, now we're going to get deep now, you guys. The mental sex tavern. Thank you for, oh my God, I'm looking at the time, 12:02. 12:02 a.m. and I feel good and strong and ready to go for like 5 sessions back to back to back. Now, the mental sexual taverns. The mental sexual taverns are the taverns, the etheric energy sex places that you can go to when you're sleeping, when you're meditating, when you are having a out-of-body moment, when you are switching energy sources. I do it all the time because me as a high priestess, I carry a lot of misters. They go in and out my ether. So 1 minute I could be one way, the next minute I could be another. And because I've mastered the all sides of me, there is no fighting amongst the all. I don't fight amongst myself. You know, I let the people outside of me do that shit. So I try my best to make sure that everybody's happy. And because I know what everybody likes, my variety on what I like sexual-wise is very vast. It's very vast. Now, with these mental sex taverns, you guys, you're going to be dealing with multiple levels of existence. It's not just physical anymore. We're going into the mental sex tavern, which is utilizing the mental gateways. And you could also use the physical to get to these mental, depending on what dimension you're in. Because I feel if you can be in the spirit realm and the astral realm, you can still manipulate your physical body if you know how to do it to intensify the sexual connections you're having in subconscious state, because that is what mental sex taverns are about. They're locations with multiple beings practicing sexual magic on a blissful level, And again, these locations are vast. Remember, you can be having these sex taverns or these sex experiences, yes, because there are spirits that can snatch your conscious from your body, take you to a sex tavern, have their way with you, and drop your body off to where you wake up. And we'll talk about later signs of negative sex connections and positive sex connections within the ether. But there are these malignant spirits that will snatch your body while you sleeping and take you to a place of negative sexuality. And if you're having a negative sexual experience, then you're not at one with yourself. And if you're not at one with yourself and you can't keep yourself in oneness when you're in the ether, then you need to work a little bit harder on aligning yourself and keeping yourself attuned with God body and God mind. Now, again, I have to finish my thought, and I'm not finishing it. You're dealing with several layers and several locations when it comes to these mental sex taverns. Because keep in mind, I believe that within this one life that we're living, you're living 8 or 9 simultaneously different lives all at the same fucking damn time. So you could be within a sex tavern on either of these locations. And because all your lives are connected, you will feel the sexual connection. And if you practice and if you are attuned enough, you can catch yourself and pull yourself away from any negative sex taverns that you choose not to go to, for whether it be for healing or whether it be for upliftment and for a higher frequency of sex exchange. Now, again, also, you guys, I hope you know dimensions, because after we die, our ancestors go into the 4th dimension, and then we have the higher angels in the 5th dimension, and then we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I believe there's more than 9, but this world only really focuses on the 9 dimensions. You can be having sex tavern situations within any of these dimensions in any of your parallel lives. So any of the dimensions and any of your parallel lives. So you could be having sex on any of these, any of your dimensions and any of your parallel lives. So it's good to master self, so then you can pull yourself out of any situation that you feel uncomfortable with at that moment or at that time. And speaking of time, with mental sex taverns, there is no time. And that's why it's really hard to assess once you wake up and come back into your body. But there is no time with the mental sex taverns. And again, with these sex taverns, you're dealing with demons, you're dealing with lion-ass angels, you're dealing with incubuses and succubuses, you're dealing with extraterrestrials, you're dealing with reptilians, yes, and you're even dealing with the Lumerians, because I feel like even like the Antlidians and the Lumerians and the Archurians, all those different extraterrestrials, I feel sometimes they must download their information within sexual frequency. And when we're talking about sexual frequency, we're talking about the frequency between 200 and higher. We're talking about frequencies when we're talking about mental copulation. We're talking about frequencies from 200 to higher. So as a high priestess, I tell you, try to reach for 200 and higher. Make that your goal, reaching 200 and higher. And we're also speaking about multiple orgasms, and also speaking about reaching the level of mental androgyny, and also accessing dimensions, because I believe if you're fucking in the ether and you doing it right, it'll open and access for you things that were closed. I truly believe ether fucking opens up and awakens sleeping DNA. And why does ether fucking or these sex taverns open up etheric energy that awakens physical DNA? It's because DNA speaks within frequency. Woo! Hear me now. DNA moves and changes just like cosmic energy with frequency. The language, oh yeah, that's the word, the language. Shout out to fucking Brother Panic. With the language of DNA being frequency, then you understand how etheric mind sex taverns can actually help you if you open up your heart big enough, if you chunk away all the fears hard enough and continuously enough. You are allowing yourself to have a potential opportunity by tapping into the Milky Way of the honey and milk of ambrosia. And I believe that's why the Americanas call this galaxy the Milky Way, because they know for a fact that this cosmic world, this cosmic galaxy is created by that ambrosia, that nectar of the gods. You guys, please keep in mind, coming soon by the end of the month, I have a beautiful series coming up called my Spiritual Sex Interlude series, and it's my different sexual interludes with the different entities and energy bodies that I've experienced within my life. But I felt this sex tavern video had to be relayed first, because you have to understand that sex happens on two levels. It happens in the physical low frequency level, and it happens in the mental higher frequency level. Okay? And if you follow your awakening to your self-supremacy, then you realize that what you are going through is set up for your gain. And the fears are also set up for your win. But the only way you'll win with the fears is if you face that fear. You know, make it about you, make it about your rules, but face your fears whenever you can. And I say face your fears on all levels. Now, with these mental sex taverns, Like I said, you're using the mental gateways, which is your chakra systems. And you're being utilized in different levels. Now, you can be taken to sex taverns. You can go to sex taverns. You can be told about sex tavern within the mental realm. Or you could even be led to sex taverns in the mental spiritual realm. Now, the question is how you follow the leader and how far you want to go in the path. Because as soon as you're ready not to follow no more, your ass will be pulled right back to your body and you will wake the fuck up back into this low frequency physical realm, back into your body. Because you have a little cord connected to you when you are traveling in the ether realm, and that's how you get back to this body. So you deal with also multi-layered orgasms when it comes to this sexual alchemy of mental sex taverns. And for all you guys who don't know, hi, my name is High Priestess ISHERA, and I'm a private spiritual consultant. Feel free to get at me at lifecoachhealing@gmail.com for your free consultation. Now, what a lot of people don't know is that when you're dealing with these mental sex taverns, you are tapping into an alchemaic marriage of oneness, of one being. That is what the physical two people are doing in the low frequency. That's what they're trying to get. A lot of people are doing the sex thing wrong these days, but who am I to judge people? Like, there are people looking to connect with another one so they can tap into their alchemaic magic of being one. But when they become one, they're just trying to get that one quick nut. But when it comes to the alchemaic marriage in the ether, it's a different situation. It's a different being. It's a different oneness. And this oneness, a lot of people don't know this, but this oneness can be achieved without no motherfucking physical body. I'm going to say that shit again. Okay? Okay? I'm going to say that shit again, okay? You can reach alchemaic one being, land of milk and honey, the sweet, sweet, sweet nectar of ambrosia. You can climb those fucking portals and those walls all by your damn motherfucking self. Because that is what the low frequency two couple is trying to do. But they have not been told that they can do it by themselves. So because they have not been told that they can do it by themselves, they think that they need a partner to do it. I'm here to tell you, if you do it right, and if you stay true to your due diligence, you could tap that crown chakra, fly up to the fucking cosmic galaxies, and come back down and do that shit over and over again whenever the fuck you want to, without a physical body. Because it's all about energy. I'm a high priestess, so I kind of know how to extract energy from the ether and bring that shit back to me down here in the low frequency realm. That's why I never fucking get tired. Ugh! That's why I never get tired. Never get tired. Trust me. A lot of demons, a lot of angels, a lot of malignant extraterrestrials have tried and failed. Okay? Because this melanated queen was ordained for this shit. Okay? And it's crazy. Even before I changed my name, Spirit spoke to me about what I had to do in this life. My old name used to be Mel Sheba Darcy. Let me break down the etymology of my name. Mel. Mel is the definition of melanated, dark, triple goddess power. Do you see that? As soon as I speak about my power, I make even AIs trip. I make AIs trip. You know what I'm saying? And AIs trip, melanated. And my middle name is Sheba, which is the name of a goddess from the Egyptian times. And even though I changed my name, I didn't realize till after I changed my name that my name basically meant high priestess, and I didn't even know it. You know? Wait, there was one thing. Haha. Also, Sheba is derived from the name Shatan. Google what the fuck Shatan is. I'm not going into that. But it also means Shatan, which was another indication of who the fuck I am and who got my back always. Now, with this one being alchemaic magic, you are tapping into your mental gateways, which are your chakra systems, and you are reaching what the physical world called climax within your internal oneness, within your internal self. And when you do this in the ether realm, you can even have signs within the physical realm that you have achieved this in the ether realm. Now, perfect example, when I tasted the milks of the milks of the land of milk and honey for the first time, I remember waking up and just feeling fucking good as shit, yo. I was feeling fucking good as shit. But then I started getting I'm almost finished. I'm coming. I'm almost finished. I love you too. I love you too. Okay. No, I hate your ass, bitch ass nigga. Get the fuck out of here. You can reach these milk of magnesia, milk of ambrosia, the nectars of life within your one being, within these ethers, and you will be shown signs that you have reached that level. Perfect example. I remember after I hit my crown chakra and connected with the cosmos and created my first baby within the cosmos, I was like, fuck, and I was just feeling good. And I remember I just started fucking scratching, yo. I just started fucking scratching, and I was just scratching and fucking scratching, and I end up getting fucking hives. I end up getting fucking hives all over my fucking arm, like right over here. Let me show you. I ended getting hives all over here. Started getting hives all over here. There were hives all over here. And then there were hives all over here too. There were hives all over here too. And I was like, what the fuck? What did I rub on? Because I have very sensitive skin. I was like, what the fuck did I rub on? And it was just like hives and bumps. And then I did some research, and then I realized, oh shit, hives is connected to Shiva, and Shiva is a god. Okay, now let's connect everything all together, boys and girls. Remember when I said earlier in the video that mental sex taverns are actually set up for you to tap into your androgyny? Remember when I said that? Remember when I said that these mental gateways help you tap into your androgyny? That is your androgyny. When Shiva relayed to me that he was with me, he showed me within this low frequency realm, I tapped into my niggas, yo. Yes, I'm a feminine principle, but to be a true God, you gotta have both, like Baphomet. So I was like, oh wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Shiva is giving me a sign that I tapped into my androgyny. I tapped into my God body and God mind by taking away gender and by balancing it out within me by my motherfucking self. You know, I didn't do it by myself. I had energies to help me do it, but I was able to retain it by my motherfucking self. Because energy is either being taken away from you or given to you, one or the other. Hashtag facts. And also with these sex tavern, if you extract the energies correctly, or if you could remember what happened within the ether realm while you were sleeping, you also deal with these simultaneous orgasms. And I am a true-to-life form to share with you guys that you can experience these simultaneous orgasms after you wake up. You can receive these and I'm telling you, 1 minute, you just sitting here. Oh, Seinfeld is so funny. Seinfeld is so funny, and then your fucking body goes whoosh, and you experience, that's the best way I could explain it, you guys. Your body can experience a simultaneous orgasm out of nothing. And then you can have experiences in time where after simultaneous orgasms, you're being wet over and over again. Or for the man, your dick is hard, like forever. Whatever you do to try to bring that shit down, it just don't fucking work, yo. Don't fucking work. Because that's that alchemaic magic going in full effect. With alchemaic magic, you can call on it or it'll call on you. Let me say that again. With alchemaic marriages of these sex taverns, you can call on it or they can call on you. You know what I'm saying? And it's really up to you to answer that call, you know? But it's not good enough just to be chosen. You have to be chosen and walk that walk. You have to stay true to the messages that you've been receiving since birth, but pretending and ignoring the whole thing. So you guys, keep in mind that with this mental copulation, you can really tap into the gates of the gods by tapping into your, what I call, androgyny. Because that's the goal. I believe that. A lot of people believe that. And I believe that. That is the goal. And again, with mental copulation and going into these sex taverns and having these etheric sexual experiences, because they do happen. I'm not doing this video just to be wasting air. I'm doing this video because being a melanated black woman who was raised in the ether realm, I was scared for a very long time because of my religious confinements. And my message is a true-to-life message to all my sisters who are fearful of this energy, who are scared of the dark, who are worried and are petrified of the things that may hurt. I'm here to tell you that on the other side of hurt, is pleasure and happiness. Love and blessings, love and blessings, love and blessings. Thanks for joining me today for this Sex Tavern in-depth metaphysical informative lecture on sexual alchemy, the alchemaic marriage. Now keep in mind, with these sex taverns, you also deal with hours upon hours upon hours of not reaching your tipping point. Remember the two differences, you guys. Remember the two differences of these sex taverns. You're either dealing with a quick nut within the physical sex taverns, or you're dealing with nutting with a purpose. That's that androgyny. The purpose is androgyny, becoming one with self. Becoming one with self. It's that androgyny, you know. That androgyny. For a long time, I've been mistaken for a man. For a long time, plenty of people call me Mr. And this was before I went bald. Even when I was rocking wigs and lace fronts and shit, like, yeah, I did it all. Wigs and lace fronts and shit. I've had people mistake me for a man, or think that I was a man. I've even had situations where I had to approach and deal with dumb negresses as a man within this tit and pussy body. And what they're not telling you, you guys, is that that is the goal, to find your androgyny, to find where you can find a beautiful balance of male and female principle. Okay? Find your balance. Again, you can have multiple hours of not reaching your tipping point of ecstasy, your androgyny climax point. You can go hours. I've been in sessions where a session will start in the morning and that shit don't end until I wind down for the evening. You know, because when it comes to tapping into your androgyny within the mental frame, there could be many triggers. There could be many, many triggers. And I didn't say nothing about triggers. If you don't know what triggers are the little knocks on the doors of the portals of the gateways in your body to reach you to a level of climax and sensation. And these portals are, again, like what I call tipping points that you reach up to go to the next. And within the physical sex tavern range, you're only using maybe one or two of them. Should be using all five. Because when you're in the mental sex taverns, you're using 5 to 6 and a couple of others that you may not even know of, or that I may not even know of. You know, but you're using multiple senses to tap in. So this is why you can bring those sex tavern experiences into your low frequency realm world and have these simultaneous orgasms and have these multiple rolling feelings of sexual ecstasy, or these feelings of bliss that just come out of nowhere, or these intense emotions of crying, laughing, comprehension. You know, I remember in one situation where I dealt with, where I was going through an initiation, and it was like my ambrosia kept on coming through the mouth of my son. And I was like, because every time he spoke to me, that shit made me laugh because I knew where the message was coming from. And I was like, shut the fuck up. I don't even want to hear this shit. Because my son kind of talks to himself on occasion because he's an artistic individual just like his mother, you know. So he kind of talks to himself. So he says random shit all the time. And I noticed for a whole week, he just kept me in a euphoric feeling of laughter because everything he told me, I comprehended on a higher etheric level. And I was like, okay, when is he going to shut the fuck up? I'm so done with this right now. Because even when you're in the mental alchemy of these sex taverns, whether you are by yourself or with 30 people in a room with you, I believe a sex tavern is a location where sexual bliss is in the right now, in the here and the moment. And it's a moment of potential learning or a potential fear. And because this world sets up sexuality as something bad, a lot of people are being afraid to approach it. A lot of people are being inhibited to even touch it. Because to be honest with you, I don't mind sex taverns, but I'm a voyager all the way. I wouldn't participate because I'm a high-level high priestess. I can't fuck just anybody. And that includes regular people and that includes etheric beings. I just don't fuck anybody. You know, but I'm a voyeur all day, every day. I'll go to sex taverns and I'll watch. But when motherfuckers are trying to push me to participate, that's when it's time for high priestess to kick rocks and keep on moving. I've had that situation. Check out my series coming soon, you guys. Check out my series, Spiritual Sex Interludes, a high priestess story. So, to close it off, you guys, I'm coming, baby. Damn, shit. Fuck. Wait. Wait. Fuck. Okay, what was I saying? To close, you guys, don't take sex taverns as something bad. Take it as a lesson. Take it as a opportunity to open up your heart, open up your mind, and open up your gateways, which are the accesses to your master, which is self-supremacy, beautiful androgyny. I'm not man, I'm not woman, I'm both, bitch. Not just God is, I'm not just God. I'm all of that. I am both. I'm a beautiful balance of both. You know, try to reach out for that. But you have to do it with yourself, because what I've noticed with the physical form of sexual alchemy, you tend to lean on your partner for your pleasure too much. You tend to expect your partner to do a lot of the work instead of you doing the work. No one's going to know your body more than you. And the portals are your body. So you need to tap into your oneness, which is your true androgyny. And can I say real quick, you know, I hate to throw it out there, you know, just so you see how androgyny is important. Do you notice a lot of these gay superstars? Do you notice this gay agenda of promoting and showing the black man in a dress? They're affirming to you that androgyny is the key. But they're showing it to you in a low frequency realm of, we have to defile the man, so we're going to throw a dress on him. To the point where after generations of programming, they have so many brothers who think they're gay. Okay? I heard someone say, shut the fuck up, ISHERA. There's a lot of brothers, okay? A lot of brothers who think, I'm keeping it real right now, who think that they're gay. No, I was born like this. No, baby, you were programmed like that, okay? You know, you were programmed like that. And I'm not saying that if it's a bad thing or a good thing, but know and see the truth. These gay superstars, these gay hard points, they are utilizing both their feminine and their masculine properties. And that's why people love them. Who's the most popular person in schools? The gay guy. Who is the one with the most high-level squad around? The gay guy. Because everybody loves the gay guy. Why does everybody love the gay guy? Is because the gay guy is utilizing its highest level of God body and God mind. It's tapping into that low frequency androgyny. Same thing with the butch female. Okay? You know? So know that your goal to end everything, know that your goal, I know computer, it's time to end the video. Your goal is to reach your androgyny point within self. Okay? And doing what you're meant to do, whether it be on this earth or in the ether realm. Okay? I have no problems with gay people, but I see the androgyny complex perpetrating in a negative light on this earth. And they programmed everybody to do it that way. I'll say it, the gay guys are the most powerful because they've tapped into, on a low frequency, their feminine properties. If they knew how to tap into that feminine property and use it for their alchemic good, they would be forces to reckon with. But because they perpetrate as gay being negative, all of these gay individuals, all of these lesbians will never be able to tap into their higher first because they're perpetrated as something negative and something bad. So know, you guys, that there are sex taverns out there, okay? Know that there are sex taverns out there. The question is, are you going to learn from the sex taverns or are you going to run from the sex taverns? You know, it's your decision, you know. So try your best to approach anything on a sexual content on a multiple level. And that's why I did this video, because before I get into my different escapades with my sexual interludes, with my spiritual sex interlude series, I need for you to comprehend the different layers that I'll be speaking about on how the different layers can be connected with you on a intimate sexual level. Okay? On an intimate sexual level. And what we metaphysical people call, it's basically an alchemic marriage. That's just what the fuck it is. I don't give a fuck if you call that person a twin flame, a soulmate, because sometimes your alchemic marriages are processed through people you meet within your cosmic family. You know what I'm saying? And whether you're going to make it work or whether you're not, you can actually gain the etheric knowledge and only meet that person only one time, but gain the etheric knowledge that you need to move forward within your awakening. So please understand, you should not approach these intense emotions, these intense situations of the sexual tavern, or even, let's keep it simple, sexual experiences. Because sexuality is one of the highest level of alchemic sexual magic. And as a Tantra master, because I am a Tantra master, if you're looking for any one-to-one private advice, feel free to hit me up at lifecoachhealing@gmail.com. As a Tantra master, I try my best to teach my clients to tap into that ambrosia on their own. Yeah, I have a couple of husband clients, husband and wife clients, but I try to teach individual Tantra because I feel that's the best way to tap into that alchemic magic that you can use later on down the line when you learn how to tap into that sexual magic. That's another video, sexual magic. That's a completely, I'm not going to go into that. That's so many different things we could talk about. It's a completely different levels. But then once you master your androgyny of oneness, of one being, then you can tap into, with yourself or with a partner, the beautiful black arts of sexual alchemy, you guys. For real. Sex is a beautiful thing. It should not be afraid of, and I'm one of those. Anything you scared and running from, you better stop, turn around and face that shit. You better turn around and face that shit, nigga, or you could just keep on running. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be energies that's just going to run, because they're intense. It's kind of intimidating because a lot of these daemons, these fake-ass angels, these incubuses and succubuses, these extraterrestrials that you encounter in the ether realm, remember, either whether it be on the 9 dimensions or on the parallel universe dimensions, because I feel if you're intense enough, you can feel all your parallel lives in one point of another. Because remember, in these realms here, there is no time. That's why you can get fucked by someone who's literally trying to fuck you with their mind so you can feel it. There are people who practice arts like dark arts like that. They will mentally fuck you with that dark arts magic to make you feel that shit. Even though they know they don't want to fuck with you, even though you've told them, even though you've told their avatar, I don't like you, I don't want to deal with you, please go away, you're not my type, you're too stuck up, you're too closed-minded, you don't know how to open up your mouth and say what's on your mind. You know what I mean? You can have these connections of your cosmic family, twin flames, psychic twin, cosmic family, soulmate, like minds, business partners, people that you sit across from at work or lunch. These are prospective energies that can send energy to you within a sexual nature to literally try to mind fuck you. So become a master at mind fucking, I say. That physical fucking, you want to become a master at that physical fucking. A lot of men in the low frequency realm are physical masters of the physical fucking. You can see a lot of them on Pornhub. Trust and believe. Go check it out if you want to. And you can tell that they're masters because they show girl after girl after girl after girl after girl getting pleased and getting a fucking nut. That's that dark arts, alchemaic, low frequency magic. And they'll keep on going. They'll nut, and then they'll get that girl ready to go again. That's what they do in the ether, but with demons and maybe dark beasts and extraterrestrials and lying angels and all types of deities. You could meet so many different type within the ether realm, you know. So I say learn as much as you can when it comes to the sexual arts, because it will set you up to protect yourself within the physical realm and within the spiritual mental realm. I hope I hit everything I was supposed to hit today. Yeah, so you guys, I say sex taverns, give it a try. Go for it. See what you like. You could always leave. Like, oh, and you have to teach yourself to pull yourself back to your body. And that's another thing you should learn how to do. Learn how to pull your body back into, pull your etheric energy back into your body, because that will really save your life when you're in situations that you don't want to be in, or when you're around energy ciphers that you don't want to be in. You know what I mean? Because I only fuck royals. I don't do concubines and, you know, the lower level people on the totem pole of the family tree. The king is enough for me. I rocks with the king, and if I have 2 kings, I rock with 2 kings, but I don't do non-royals. I don't do non-royals. Thanks for listening, you guys. Thanks for watching. And I don't believe you guys rocked with me. I appreciate you. That's what's up. You know, I wanted to share some information that I feel that's not on the YouTube right now, and I'm glad I did this video on sex taverns. You know, don't be afraid of them. Take one step at a time and master your own sexuality. And if you have an ideology that sex taverns is bad, then start doing some sex loving on yourself, because within loving on you, you know what you like. And if you know what you like, you can reach that master of becoming androgyny, female and male, all simultaneously at the same damn time. My name is High Priestess ISHERA, and this has been another one. Woo! Ishara's what? Ishara's world. Thank you for listening, you guys. Later. Oh my God, 12:45.